Greetings to all. Now we are going to understand about 8 mark sum for admission of partners, where revaluation account is to be prepared, partners capital or current account is to be prepared, and the balance sheet after admission is to be prepared. So for this, revaluation account means what? Revaluation account means when the assets, value of assets may be different from their book values. With the time, value of assets may increase or decrease, while liabilities may be possible that amount payable are different from that of the books. The change in the value of assets and liabilities are adjusted through an account titled revaluation account, or it is also termed as profit and loss adjustment account. Means before the coming of new partner, the changes what is created in the balance sheet, that is to be adjusted or that is to be done in this revaluation account. Now some of the major revaluation journalities are: when there is an increase in value of assets, assets account debit to revaluation; decrease in value of assets, revaluation account debit to asset; increase in value of liabilities, revaluation to liabilities; and at the same time, when there is a decrease in value of liabilities, then liabilities to revaluation. That is, whenever there is a gain to the business, there is always credit of revaluation account, and when there is a loss to the business, then it will be debit of revaluation account. When there is an unrecorded assets, it's a gain for the business, so asset account debit to revaluation. And when there is an unrecorded liabilities, you can say revaluation account debit to liabilities. So this way we can understand how these all entries are reflecting. And for transferring of profit, or you can say gain from the business, and revaluation to old partners capital, and at the same time if there is a loss, then old partners capital to revaluation account. So finally this is a format or for revaluation account. You can have a look on this and jot down in your notebook. Now this is a sum respect to your revaluation account. This sum is sum number 27 from NCERT textbook. You can refer textbook besides this, and so that you can get the idea when the solution is going on. So here all the data are given below balance sheet of A and B, where partnership A and B share profit and losses in 2:1. Balance sheet is given. In balance sheet you can see the items like liabilities, like bills payable, creditors and outstanding expenses, while asset side it stands with data, stock, plant, building and cash and bank. So finally what we are going to do is, here read the sum. C is admitted as a partner on date of the balance sheet with the following terms. C will bring 1 lakh as a capital and 60,000 as share of goodwill for 1/4 share in the profit. So here new partner brings 1 lakh as a capital and goodwill premium as 60,000 for 1/4 share. Plant is appreciated by 1,20,000. Value of building is appreciated by 10%. Stock is found overvalued by 4,000. Provision for doubtful debts is to be created at 5% of debtors. Creditors were recorded to the extent of 1,000. Pass necessary journalities, prepare revaluation account and partners capital account, and show the balance sheet after the admission of C. So first of all, what we have to do is, stepwise we are going to start. So first of all, is there any reserve fund or anything available in the sum? No. So very first entry comes with the adjustment, that is C will bring 1 lakh as a capital and 60,000 for goodwill premium. So your entry turns up as this: cash / bank account debit to C's capital and to premium for goodwill. So 1 lakh and then 1,60,000 will be cash account, being premium for goodwill and new partners capital have brought. Now in the sum, this premium for goodwill is to be distributed among the partners. Now in the sum, what is given? Old ratio is given and new partner share is given. So when old ratio is given and new partner share is given, sacrificing ratio will be 2:1 itself. Why? Because it is a norms, as we had discussed in the previous video. So premium for goodwill account debit to A's capital and to B's capital, that will give you 60,000, 40,000 and 20,000, because it is to be distributed in 2:1. Then comes your next adjustment. Plants that are appreciated by 1,20,000 and building is appreciated by 10%. So looking at the balance sheet, you can see plant is standing with 1 lakh and building is standing with 1,50,000. So plant is 20,000 increase and building is increased by 10%. So 15,000. So you will be appreciating your value of assets. So plant account debit, building account debit to revaluation. You can see the entry over here because appreciation is made. So revaluation will be credited because they are appreciated. Then comes your stock is found overvalued by rupees 4,000. Stock is found overvalued by rupees 4,000. So in this particular case, stock is valued by 4,000, overvalued by 4,000. Previously stock was 40,000 and now it will be overvalued by 4,000. So to stock it will be 4,000, right? To stock it will be 4,000. I have misplaced the numbers, but it's okay. You can understand now. And finally, a provision for doubtful debts is to be created 5% on debtors. Debtors is standing with 60,000. 60,000 at 5% will give you 3,000. So finally, to revaluation account debit to stock account and to debtors account, that is 5,000, 4,000 and 3,000 respectively. So 7,000 will be debit because it's an expenses for the business. Creditors were unrecorded to the extent of 1,000. When the creditors are unrecorded, means it is an increase of our liability. When there is an increase of liability, revaluation account will be debit. So revaluation account debit to creditors. Revaluation account debit to creditors, 1,000, 1,000. So finally, we got this journal entries to be posted, but we have to find out, is it a gain or loss? So here they had asked to prepare revaluation account. So same posting I have done in this revaluation account. I am making steady this screen so that you can get the idea what I have done. You have to hold the textbook in your hand so that you can get the idea. So posting of by plant, building I have done, stock, provision for doubtful debts and creditors, all the losses on the debit side and all the gains on the credit side. So finally I got a gain of rupees 27,000 which I have posted over here. So finally that entry I have posted over here, revaluation account debit to A's capital and to B's capital. Revaluation account debit to A's capital and to B's capital. That is transfer of my gain. Now we will be switching towards the ledger accounts. That is, you have to draw revaluation account, bank account, partners capital account and balance sheet as a statement. Now bank account is not bank account is voluntary. You can prepare if you want, and if you ignore also it's okay. But first of all, revaluation account you have understood how to draw. Bank account, you have to transfer the opening balances from the balance sheet given in the sum. So I have transferred from here cash oblique bank 10,000 and 40,000 respectively. So here I have transferred them in the bank account, and then I have transferred the partners capital account also, that is 1,80,000 and 1,50,000. Now very next entry will be, I have she has brought, new partner has brought capital and premium for goodwill. So both are to be transferred now to bank account respectively, and C's capital is to be transferred to the C's account, and at the same time premium for goodwill distributed among the partners in the sacrificing ratio. That journal entry we have already posted. And now gain, whatever gain we have received, that we have transferred over here, revaluation account gain. that is 18,000 and 9,000 respectively. So finally now we have to end up. So finally what we are going to do is total of this, and finally total of this. From that we will get this all difference. So that difference will be now transferred to the partners balance sheet account, that is after admission of a new partner. So that is 2,38,000, 1,78,000, 1,79,000 and 1 lakh respectively. So 5,70,000. Now as this much is over, we have to transfer all the items from the old balance sheet to the new balance sheet. That is, I have transfer bills payable as it is. Creditors were having an adjustment, so that is an increase of creditors. Outstanding expenses, that is as it is. Now cash and bank balance, I have to close my cash account. So by totaling this, I got finally, you can see over here what I have done. Bank I had kept as a still amount, same 40,000, 40,000, but rest cash in cash account I had transferred 1,70,000. Why I have done this? Because we have to affect, because nothing is mentioned in the sum respect to how they had brought the capital and goodwill premium. So I had assumed that it has come with the cash column. So cash balance will be 1,70,000 and 40,000. Debtors are reduced by 3,000. Stock is overvalued by 4,000, so now reduced. And plant and building are appreciated respectively. So final answer we will get is 5,88,000. So your sum comes to an end by this particular manner. Now we are going to start with the next sum number 30. Under this we are going to understand the same pattern, same way. So have a look on the sum. A and B are the partners with 3:4, 3/4 and 1/4. The balance sheet is as under. You can see there is a reserve fund in the sum, capitals in the sum, and these are some of the adjustments which are given in the sum. C is admitted in the partnership with the following terms. C pays 10,000 as his capital and C pays 5,000 for goodwill. Half of the sum is to be withdrawn by A and B. The stock fixtures to be reduced by 10% and 5%. Provision for doubtful debts is created on sundry debtors and bills receivable. The value of land and building is appreciated by 20%. Claim against the firm for damages, a liability to be extended to 1,000 should be created. An item of 650 included in sundry creditors is not likely to be claimed. Record these journal entries of this, and new partner C is having a 1/4 share. 1/4 share, that is not mentioned in the question, but I am here writing this over here, is admitted with 1/4 share. So when this is the scenario, first thing what you have to do is pass the journal entries, and first is capital and goodwill. So both we have to first pass journal entries for that. But before that we have to find out the sacrificing ratio. So you can see over here I have done the step for that. So C's capital is 10,000, premium for goodwill is 5,000, which is to be written off by sacrificing partner only half. So start with the journal entries. So very first journal entries is reserve fund, which is available in the sum. Reserve fund account debit to A's capital and to B's capital, and new partner brought capital and premium for goodwill, that is to be also adjusted. Now premium for goodwill is to be distributed among the partners in their sacrificing ratio, that I have done 5,000, and of this sacrificing ratio half of them is taken away by the partner. So your entry will be A's A's capital, B's capital to cash. Half a goodwill premium is withdrawn by the sacrificing partner. Now we are switching to the adjustments. So you can see over here, stock and fixtures are reduced by 10%. So stock 20,000 at 10% and fixtures 1,000 at 10%. While provision 5% is to be done on sundry debtors and bills receivable. So sundry debtors 16,000 5% and 3,000 5%. So you can see over here, I have done for all of them. You have a textbook in your hand, so you can calculate by your own also, right? 2,000, 100, 150 and 800 respectively. Then land and building is appreciated, so land and building account debit to revaluation. Then there was a claim for damages. You can see claim for damages is there, so revaluation account debit to claim for damages. And they had mentioned that 650 creditors were to be written off. So creditors to revaluation 650 is to be written off. So finally we will get profit or loss from the sum. So revaluation account is to be prepared. You can see here direct posting will be also done over here, so that it will be easy for you people to pass the journal entries. So land and building creditors, you can see over here as a profit, or you can say gain for the business. And at the same time, stock, fixtures, provision for doubtful debts and bills receivable and claim for damages are the losses for the business. So finally we got gain of 1,600, which we have transferred in the last entry, that is revaluation account debit to A's capital and B's capital, 1,200 and 400. Now we will be switching towards bank account, where the partner has brought balance brought down 26,500. Now here I have prepared only bank account, because in the balance sheet there is only one account named as bank account. So I have transferred that bank account 26,500 to C's capital. New partner brings the capital and premium for goodwill 5,000. And on the credit side, when they withdraw the goodwill premium from their business. So I have passed the entry for that by A's capital and by B's capital. And then finally we got balance of 39,000, which we are going to transfer to the asset side of the balance sheet. And this parallel entries of all the revaluation account is also to be mentioned, right? But before that, I will highlight partners capital account. Now under this partners capital account, first balance is to be transferred. New partner brings capital, that is transferred. Then new partner brings goodwill premium, which is to be distributed among the partners in the sacrificing ratio. That is also we have done. And half of the goodwill premium is withdrawn by the partners. That is also done over here, right? Apart from this, there is a reserve fund in the sum. I have transferred reserve fund also. And last point, that is revaluation gain, we have to transfer that in the sum, right? So finally we have got our capitals as ready. By totaling all these items and minusing these two items, we got this as a capital. Clear? So now we will be switching towards the balance sheet. Now under balance sheet, as you know, we have to adjust all the adjustments respectively. Like bills receivable 3,150 is to be deducted, sundry debtors 16,000 is there, 800 is to be deducted, stock 20,000 when that is written off 2,000, and fixtures 1,000 is standing with written off 100 because they are reduced by 10%. And finally building is appreciated by 5,000, so we have put down the value 30,000. And at the same time, on the liability side, creditors 650 was written off, so it's a benefit for the business, and claim for damages 1,000 is to be written off. And rest of the capital we have already transferred from the capital accounts. Now these are the sums related to capital adjustment. Now these are not there in your portion, but you have to understand. That is important because this kind of sums may be asked, right? But totals, big sums may be not asked. So A and B are partners sharing 3:1. On 1st January 2007, they admitted C with 1/4 share in the profit of firm. C brings 20,000 for 1/4 share, while the capital of A and B after all the adjustments of revaluation account has been worked out as 50,000 and 12,000 for B. It is agreed that partners' capital will be according to the new profit sharing ratio. Calculate the new capital of A and B. Pass the necessary journal entries. Now what is to be done? First try to understand. We have to take a base of C. C's base you have to take, like if C brings 1/4 share, C gets 1/4 share, he brings 20,000 as capital. So rest of the partner will be how much? So first of all, by looking at this sum, we have to first find out new profit sharing ratio. So when old ratio is given, new partner C's share is given, and C's capital is given, new profit sharing ratio will be question mark. So first of all, take a suppose profit is equal to 1. So finally we come to the conclusion of finding out the new profit sharing ratio. So this whole part will be giving you new profit sharing ratio 9:3:4. Now we have to take a base of whom? C, a new partner. So taking a base of new partner C, we can easily now find out, like 4 by 16 is the share of him, 20,000 is a capital, then 9 by 16 question mark. So these are the baseline for this. So you can see over here, I have done this calculation over here, taking base of C's capital, that is on 4/16 share, 20,000 is a capital, right? For 4/16 of C's share, 20,000 is capital. Then 9 by 16 of A's share, question mark is the capital. Then 9 by 16 of A's share, question mark is the capital. You can see working in the orange. 9 by 16 multiplied by 20,000 multiplied by 16/4. Reciprocal, we have to do it. And same way I have done of B also. Same way I have done of B also. 9 by 16 multiplied by 20,000 multiplied by 16/3. 16/3 reciprocal. No, not, sorry. There is a mistake. 3 by 16. Here it is 3 by 16 and 4 by, here also 4. Answer will be 15,000. Answer will be 15,000. Okay, now what is to be understood? Now what is the actual capital of A and B? Actual capital given is 50,000 and 12,000. Now proportionate capital we got is 45,000 and 15,000. So now he has capital of 50,000, he has to keep 45,000 as a capital. So 5,000 he will be taking away home, while B have a capital of 12,000 and he has to keep 15,000. So he has to bring 3,000 as a capital. So you can see over here journal entries will be passed like this. When the new A's capital account debit to cash/bank and cash/bank account debit to B's capital. You can read the narration over here so that you can get the idea what we have understood. Now the next sum is Pinky, Kumar and Rupa are partners. They are sharing in 3:2:1. S as a new partner is admitted with 1/4 share, which he gets 1/8 from Pinky and 1/16 from Kumar and Rupa. The total capital of the new firm is how much? That is Seema's admission will be 2,40,000. Seema is required to bring in cash equal to 1/4 of the total capital of the new firm. The capital of the old partners also have to be adjusted in proportion of their profit sharing ratio. The capital of Pinky, Kumar and Rupa after all the adjustment is 80,000, 30,000 and 20,000 respectively. Now full theory base is given, but you have to first pick up what is given in the sum. So you can see over here old ratio is given. Here he gets 1/8 from Pinky and 1/16 from Kumar and Rupa respectively. So this, and finally they had given that total capital of the firm is 2,40,000. So it's a very simple sum. You can see over here this is what I have expressed in this particular form. And now I have to get only new profit sharing ratio. So finally I got new profit sharing ratio as 18:13:5:12. Now as I got this new ratio, what I will be doing is, firm's capital they had mentioned that firm's capital is 2,50,040,000. So now distribute this whole firm's capital into 18:13:5:12. So finally I got 90,000, 65,000, 25,000 and 60,000 respectively. Now what is actual capital available in the sum? So they had given that Pinky is standing with 80,000 actual capital, Kumar is 30,000 and Rupa is 20,000. So now proportionate capital will be deducted from that. So finally we got that Pinky is liable to keep 80,000 as a capital, but Pinky is liable to keep 90,000 as capital, but her capital is how much? 80,000 only. So 10,000 is to be brought by her. Kumar have to bring 35,000 in the business. Rupa has to bring 5,000 into the business. So finally Seema, obviously Seema is a new partner, she has to bring 60,000 in the business. So finally we can see over here journal entries: cash / bank account debit to Pinky's capital, to Kumar's capital, to Rupa's capital and to Seema's capital. So finally they have brought as per the requirement of 2,40,000 as a grand total. That ends the sum. Thank you.